And welcome to our today's lesson. So in this very video, we shall be, looking at the topic which is Lavori in corso. So in today's lesson, we are going to be very brief. So and again, by the end of this very lesson, we shall be answering some numbers of just some few questions based on this very topic. So let's go. The topic says lavori in corso. Lavori in corso. So talking about lavoro in corso, this very statement is simply known in English as work in progress. So you can make use of that word, work in progress. So this very sign that is here, known in English as work in progress, is a sign which uh, is a symbol or a sign, indicating some road constructors. So whenever you are driving in any road and you come across this very sign, so the sign is simply indicating that there is a work going on that very road. So in a situation like this, all you have to do, you have to let your speed to be moderate. You reduce your speed and pay much of attention. So now let us quickly look at the definition because of time. It says il segnale in figura indica lavori in corso. So it says this very sign that that is referred here, it indicates work in progress. So in other words, this very sign that is here, it indicates work in progress. So it's telling you that there is a particular work going on this very road. So take note of that. And again it says questo segnale previsa cantiere di lavoro. So it said this very sign that is here, so is a preview of presence of work in progress. Is a preview of of the presence of work taking place in the particular road. So and again it says in presenza di questo segnale è possibile trovare sulla strada uomini in lavoro. It says in the presence of which this sign, this very sign that is here, lavoro in corso, is found. It says sometimes it is possible that you will find some workers, some road constructors, working on the very road that have this very sign. So it says again, depositi temporanei di materiale o macchinari. So it says, and again, and it is possible that you will find some machines, some machines, some constructions, vehicles on that parked on that very road. So take note of that. So it says il segnale di lavoro in corso. This it says il segnale di lavoro in corso. So this very sign known as work in progress. I'm coming. You can see it. The sign is usually like this. So whenever you are driving on the road and you come across something like this, this thing is known as lavoro in corso. So in the Italian language, so it's known as lavoro in corso. but in English language is known as work in progress. So whenever you are driving, you come across this very sign. This very sign is simply letting you to know that, there is, there is work, going on this very road. Maybe constructions of road or maintenance of road. But the sign is simply telling you that there are some numbers of persons working on this very road. So take note of that. It says il segnale lavoro in corso. That is the sign I just showed you. It says again, può essere integrato da un pannello che indica la lunghezza del cantiere. So it says in some cases, this very sign that is known as lavoro in corso, this very sign, it says in some cases you will find it in this manner with a preview. Talking about previewing, in other words, in some cases you will find that they will put a small signboard under it. This small signboard is they will put a small signboard under it indicating the distance, the metric of which these people are working, the distance that this work contains. So take note of that. Take note of that. So because of time, these are the quiz. We have already consumed roughly 6 minutes. So these are the numbers of quiz based on this very topic. So let us answer this quiz together. It says, number one question says, it says, il segnale raffigurato previsa lavori in corso. Il segnale raffigurato previsa lavori in corso. So it said this very sign that is here, it preview work in progress. Il segnale raffigurato previsa lavoro in corso. Now, vero or falso? Truth or false? So the answer to number one question is vero. Now, why is it vero? It's vero because this very sign that is here known as lavoro in corso, so it indicates or preview that there are some numbers of people working on that very road. So this is the reason why this number one is vero. Take note of that. So number two, it says il segnale raffigurato previsa cantiere di lavoro. It says il segnale raffigurato previsa cantiere di lavoro. Vero or falso? È vero. Now, let me explain to you the reason why it is vero. It says this very sign that is here is a preview of a presence where road maintenance or road constructions is being carried out. Is a presence where work is being taking place. Maybe road constructions or road maintenance. So take note of that. Number three, it says il segnale raffigurato previsa eventuali depositi temporanei del materiale o macchinari. So it says now this very one, vero or falso? So it's vero. Why is it vero? It says this very sign that is here, is a preview of a place where some numbers of machineries, some numbers of machines, so road working vehicles are being parked in respect of the maintenance or the constructions of that very road. And it's vero because during our explanation we stated something like that. So number four, it says il segnale raffigurato previsa la eventuale presenza di uomini che lavorano preso sulla carreggiata. So this one, vero or falso? Vero. Why is it vero? It says this very sign that is here, so it previews. In some cases you will find some, it preview, some numbers of persons, working on the road, and it's true. in some cases, whenever you come across this very line, this very sign, so before you know, you will see some numbers of people walking on the road. The sign simply talks about, there is a walk taking place on this very road. So that is just all. And it's vero. Take note of that. Number 5. It says il segnale raffigurato può essere integrato da pannello che indica la lunghezza del cantiere. So it says in some cases, this very sign that is here, they may place something under it, which indicate the distance that this, work that is taking place on that road, the distance that it contains. So the distance that is involved. So the space that it occupied. So is vero. Take note of it. Number 5 is vero. So number 6. It says il segnale raffigurato impone di dare la precedenza ai veicoli che escono dalla cantiere. So this one, vero or falso? Is falso. Why is it falso? Now let me explain to you. It says this very sign that is referred here, so it implies giving way to vehicles that are coming out in the place where this walking is taking place. And it's falso. He's not talking about that. So that is for that. Number 7. It says il segnale raffigurato previsa obbligo di dare la precedenza ai veicoli che provengono in senso opposto. So this one, vero or falso? Falso. Because this very one, it says in this very sign that is here, is a preview that is obligatory for you to give way to vehicles that are coming from opposite of you. No, he's not talking about that. He's only telling you to reduce your speed and stay very much attentive, because there are some numbers of people walking on that very road. There is a road maintenance taking place or road construction taking place. So there is the reason why that one, this number 7 is false. So number 8, we have 2 more questions to answer before we round up. So number 8, it says il segnale raffigurato obbliga a invertire il senso di marcia nella ora di lavoro degli operai. So it says this very sign that is here is obligatory, is compulsory, that you drive on the road during the time of working. So this very one is false. It's not talking about that. It's compulsory that you drive during the, no, it's not talking about something like that. All he's just talking about is only just trying to tell you that there are some, there is work taking place there. All you need to do, reduce your speed. You stay very much attentive because of, because of the work that is taking place on that very road. So that is for that. So number 9, it says il segnale raffigurato obbliga a dare precedenza ai addetti ai lavori. So this very one, vero or falso? Is falso. Why is it falso? Because the question says, it says il segnale raffigurato, this very sign that is referred here, obbliga, is compulsory, is obligatory for you to give way to the people that are walking on the road. No, they are not telling you to give way. They are only telling you to maintain your speed and stay very much attentive, because there are people walking on that road. So that is the reason why that one is falso. Number 10, the last, it says il segnale raffigurato previsa un senso unico alternativo. No. So this very sign that is here, it does not preview anything. And this very sign, this very sign, it could be found in a road that is, doppio senso or senso unico, one way or double way. But all they are talking about is that you stay attentive, because you are in the presence where constructions or maintenance of road is being taking place. So this is the reason why this one is false. So this day we are ending our lesson of today. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you are yet to click on the notification button, please try and do justice to that, so that whenever we are posting any videos, you will be the first to be notified. Thanks very much and stay blessed. Now let us quickly consider our quiz to know the outcome. To know the outcome so far, you can see it here. So we had roughly 10 questions. So we have 0 error. You can see it here. We have 0 error. So this is where we are ending our lesson today. Thanks for watching our video and stay blessed. See you in our next video.